Thank you for spending your Wednesday lunch hour with me on this talk on career development programs for digital business analysts. So first of all, let me give you a quick introduction about myself. I'm currently the lecturer and consultant in NUS-ISS, working in the digital strategy and leadership practice. So I manage programs and courses related to digital leadership, such as business agility, talent and leadership pathway, and also digital business analyst courses, which is very related to the talk this afternoon. So I would like to start with these questions. What is our role as digital business analysts? What this word digital means in the context of business analyst role? And how does digital business analyst different from the traditional business analyst? Let's watch this video to find out more.
Digital business analysts must combine customer experience, domain knowledge, and technology. And to do that, we're going to forge a new path towards success. So we no longer need to be content with thinking outside the box, because our focus is really shifting on getting rid of the box altogether, right? We need to start thinking from the customer's perspectives to redefine those business models. Because our focus, as I said, is shifting from delivering incremental value to shaping the future by imagining the possible in ways that yesterday were impossible. We need to enable better business outcomes through spirited analysis and design, because successful companies in the digital era have cast off the traditional approach and they've turned things upside down. They've used that convergence of customer experience, domain knowledge, and the technology to redefine their domains. So we talk about companies such as Airbnb in the traditional hotel, or Uber in the taxi industry, and even Netflix in theaters. And I'm sure there's more digital transformations that are already underway. So I would ask you, become the trusted advisor that offers insight and expertise to help enable those better business outcomes that we talk about so much. Cast aside previous models and previous thought to achieve more. Be bold, be decisive, be creative, and rise up to join the ranks of the digital business analyst.
So indeed, there is a big paradigm shift for the role of digital business analysts in terms of the skill set and also the mindset. Today, the business analyst is no longer just collecting business requirements and translate into IT solutions. They are the trusted business advisor who are capable to create values for their business and also for their customers. And today, the digital business analysts, they are having a very strong customer-focused mindset. In every decisions that they make, in every process step that they analyze, they will always first ask, how would these decisions or how would this process is going to enhance the value for my customers? How would it affect or how does it improve the customer experience as well? Today, every digital business, there's this saying that says data is the new oil, right, in the digital business today. So for digital business analysts, they have to adapt data mindset, be data savvy, to know how to use data to harness valuable business insight, to see where are the pain points of the customers, to analyze the customer behaviors, and even look for the new business opportunity for the business. And also, digital business analysts will also need to adapt a strong sense-making skills, diligently scanning the business environments that are evolving fast today, able to separate the facts from the noise, picking up the right signals to anticipate the future customer needs, to anticipate the change in the industry trend. Indeed, the business analysts today, they need to adopt a more strategic and business-centric mindset and expand their skill sets in the areas such as understanding and defining the new business model, using the concept of platforms and ecosystem. They have to be a strategic thinking, working closely with their business stakeholders to build the digital transformation roadmap with the right mix of portfolio that could sustain the short-term business performance as well as the long-term business performance. There has to be digital savvy with the right digital mindsets to be able to use and apply the emerging technologies, the innovative technologies to change the way the business interact with the customer, to change the way solving problems and to create new value for the business. They also will need to understand the customer experience of end-to-end when the customer interact with the product or the service, identify where are the pain points and create opportunities to enhance the customer experience. They need to be data savvy, having the right data mindset to use data to make well-informed decisions, to use data to see where are the pain points of the customers that they could turn into the new business opportunities. And also, today, many are adopting agile practices to create and deliver business value incrementally. And this is very important for us to adapt to the fast-changing market environment today and fast-changing customer expectation as well. So having such an agile and iteration approach, VA also can reach out to the customer to get quick and frequent feedbacks from them, to test, to learn how they can continuously adjust their solutions to meet the right expectation from the customers. So business analyst role today is no longer just a liaison between technologies and the business teams. They are also very important strategic advisors to their all business stakeholders. Now, besides facilitate requirements from the business, they also will need to recommend the right digital solutions that will create the right value propositions to address the business need and also the customer needs. They are expected to be well-versed in using data to perform strategic analysis and also and identify actionable business insight to see where are the challenges that they need to address, where are the opportunities to transform the customer experience, to transform their product and service that are relevant to the market today. And they have to also use such insights, the data insights, and to be clearly communicate and present to their stakeholders using visualization technique. And they are also expected to know how to use various tools and techniques, especially the human-centric tool and techniques, for example, design thinking, to create human-centric product and services to serve their customer, to be able to understand their end-to-end customer journey, to look at their pain point and identify where are the opportunities for the business. And we all know digital transformation is a very complex process that requires multifaceted approaches. Business analysts has to connect various aspects in their business in order to enable a successful digitalization projects or digital transformation initiative. Now, with that in mind, we have created a very special program called Professional Diploma in Digitalizations, where we will help to deepen the skill of digital business analysts in the areas of design, transformations, data, technologies, and complexities. As you can see, these are the short courses that will be delivered in a modular format and in no particular order. Now, when the individuals completed these 5 courses as training, they will then able to apply what they have learned by working on a company-sponsored project for 4 months. And during this project durations, NUS-ISS consultant will be able to provide mentoring and coaching support for the individuals to ensure that they are on the right track to meet the project's goal. So what kind of project that we will accept in this program? We are looking for business transformation project and not business improvement projects. So the project nature can be in the aspect of transforming customer experience using technologies such as social media, integrating into the customer service, or building mobile apps, or similar activities that could transform how we engage or we interact with the customers today. The transformation project can be also looking at how to redefine and automate the organization workflow in order to increase productivity, to save time, to save costs, and even respond faster to the customers in terms of delivering the value to them. And another example of business transformation project is to create the innovative product and service to meet the changing customer needs. So as an individual, when they participate in these programs, when they take on this project, they will assume the role of digital business analyst who will need to complete 3 phases in the projects, such as the research phase, the design phase, and lastly, the insight and analysis phase. So in the first phase of the project, the individual, the business analyst, will validate and articulate the business transformation initiative. They will then define what is the clear project goals that they need to achieve, right, at the end of the projects. And they also will be able to use the principle of design thinking to frame the right design challenge, to build the right problem statements to address the customer needs. And they can continue to ideate as many solutions and look for the best solutions that could solve the problems. And then they will move on to the phase 2 of the projects, where they will start to plan the implementations and develop the data plan. And they will continue to build the first prototype or the pilot solutions to validate the hypothesis, to validate the assumptions with the customers, to see what are the things that is working, what are the things are not working according to the customer expectations. And then they will move on to the last phase of the project, where they will be able to conclude what are the insights, what are the analysis that they have gathered from this 4 months project assignment. Now, in fact, the individuals, the business analysts, and the companies can continue to work on these projects or to work on these solutions on their own, right? To continue to iterate and improve on these solutions before they roll out to the market, they roll out to the customers in the market. So what are the typical scenario of a company projects? Now the backgrounds, the common background here is every companies are currently, they are being impacted by the digitalizations, right, across the industry. Their customer expectation has been changing. Their customer behavior, buying their product or service has been evolving as well. Right? The customer expect personalized experience when they engage with the business. So every company must embark and continue to work on, to implement digital transformations in order to stay relevant in the eyes of the customer, to stay relevant in their industry. And with that in mind, the common challenges that usually we will need to help the companies to address is first, is how can we transform the customer experience using technologies to change the way we interact with them, to give more personalized service, perhaps using chatbots, even some of the AI, right, to enhance the customer experience. We want to capture as much data as possible so that we understand the expectation and the behavior of the customer. We can use the data to personalize our product, our service, and our interaction with them. And of course, we have to make sure we can continue to create the relevant products and service to meet the changing expectations. Today, customer experience is the king in the digital business. The customer expect the business to treat them as an individual and not a generic customer like everyone else. And we also will need to continue to redefine and reimagine and automate the workflow processes in our organization so that it can enable seamless flow of information, knowledge, and value that could increase the internal productivity, that can save time and also save our costs. So earlier, I have mentioned in these programs, the BA will be undergoing the 5 courses and also to complete a project in order to be awarded with this professional diploma in digitalizations. So next, I would like to give a brief overview on each of these 5 training courses and how it will help in the role of digital business analysts. Today, many companies using their customer experience as a starting point in their digital transformations. So in this course, service design, the individual will learn various tools and techniques in design thinking, where they can first empathize with the customer to understand and discover their unmet needs. They can identify what is actually the real problems that we need to solve for the customers, right? To frame the right problem statements. And then also to ideate what are the solutions and what is the best solutions that we can choose to address the customer needs. And then we will move on to learn how to build the prototype and validate the solutions, the prototype with the customer, gather their feedback, and continue to iterate this with multiple test cycles so that we can make sure what we are building, the solutions, whether it's a product or a service, are meeting the customer needs. Next, we have a course on data storytelling, where the participants will learn how to harness or draw valuable business insight from data, right? Looking at where are the challenges that the customer face, customer behavior, even the market data, putting it all together and derive, right? What are the insight? What does the insight tell us, right? For the business to make better decisions. And the individual will be able to also learn how to create dashboard, right? And present all these business insight that they gather from the data using visual representation, right? Using the visual presentation techniques for their stakeholders. And we also have a course on digital transformation planning, where the BA can learn how to use the tools to analyze the internal and external factors to identify digital opportunities, right? I mean, as a BA, we are not expecting to be a technical expert here, to be a technology expert. However, we need to be aware, we need to be digital savvy to understand what are the technology solutions out there. How can we use the technologies to innovate and create the right business value propositions, right, for the customers. And then we also have a course on business process reengineering. Today, to drive successful business transformations, very likely we also need to transform our workflow processes in the organizations to remove some of these very bureaucratic, very complicated business processes that are hindering the pace, how we respond to the market changes, how we respond to the customers. So in this course, the individual will learn how to analyze their current processes, how to redesign the new processes, and also how to manage some of the potential challenges that they may face during these implementations. Next, we have a course on system thinking and root cause analysis, where the individual will learn how to solve complex problems using thinking, system thinking. Now, in this course, the individual will learn different types of problems. Is it a complicated problem? Is it a complex problem, a chaotic problem? And then they will learn different approaches and technique to solve different type of category of problems that we have identified. So in summary, this program, Professional Diploma in Digitalization, will help the digital business analysts to learn the relevant skills, and also will be able to demonstrate what they have learned, their competency, by working on company-sponsored projects to work on the to help the business, to help the companies to transform their business, to transform their customers' experience, or even the product or the service through this transformation project. All right, so that is the end of my presentations, and I would like to spend the rest of the time to answer some of your questions. So feel free to send in your questions so that I can help to explain more. Okay, so I have a first question here that says, what happens if the project will take more than 4 months? All right, so what we will do is, before this project begin, right, we will look into the project scope, right? We will definitely have a discussions, right, with the participants, with the company, to make sure that we are all clear what is the scope of the project, right, and what can we do within the 4 months durations. What are the deliverables that are that we can achieve given the 4 months time? Now, if let's say, and again, it also depends on the scenario of the project, right? This project it may not be, it could be a sub-project of the company's wider transformation projects. So if let's say the companies wish to continue these projects further than 4 months, that will be outside the programs, and that will be something that we will discuss separately. I mean, if you happens to work on your own company projects, I think go beyond 4 months is not an issue, right? Because after all, you are still helping your company to achieve the project goals at the end of the day. Okay. Can an existing ongoing project be used as a transformation project? Yes, we will look at what is the scope and the objective of this project. So earlier, what I have mentioned, we are looking for projects that will significantly transform the business, right? It could be their processes, it could be the customers' experience, it could be the product or the service. So yeah, even that is ongoing, but if it's a transformative projects for the business, we definitely can consider that. Okay, let me see what other questions. Okay, how to get admission in this course and what will be the course fee? So these informations are all available in our website. So as you can see, this is a program where we have 5 courses lined up for you and also a project module. So yes, you can check our website. I believe you will see the link on the chat box later, where you can find out more about how to you register, or how do you sign up your interest, right, in this program, and the course fees informations are available there as well. Do we need to source for the projects? Okay, that's the next question. We will highly encourage you, if possible, if you are currently working for organizations, it will be good if you can work on your own company's projects, right? Because that definitely will give you a lot of advantage. First, you can help your companies, to apply what you learn, taking your new skills to contribute to the projects. And I think you are also familiar with the business, the organizations, and the project itself. So I think this is will give you a lot of advantage in terms of implementing the projects. Now, if any reasons that you are unable to source or unable to work on your own company projects, then we will see how we can help you to look at other organizations if they have any relevant projects that they can offer for your project practicum in this case. So that will be subjective to the availability of the project from other employers. Okay. Let me see what are the questions. Can we go through this program on part-time basis? Well, I would say yes, because as you can see, the 5 courses, they are short courses, right? You can take it as and when you are available. And even for the projects, the project schedule is something that we will need to discuss. When will you be able to start the project and which are the 4 months that you are available to work on the project. So yes, you can take it. It's not a full-time programs that you have to commit every day from 9 to 5. Okay. All right, so there's another good question here. Can BA easily transitions to other related field like product manager and project manager? Yes, right? I would say a lot of times you see the role of the BA, some of the tasks or some of the responsibility or some of the skills, right, is also commonly, I would say, share with the role of product managers or even yes, product manager or product analyst. At the end of the day, what this role is all about is really to analyze the business, able to understand the requirements and translate into the solution. So even though sometimes our role may not be called digital business analyst, but actually what we do most of the time, we are also analyzing the business, trying to understand what is our challenges today, what are the problems that we need to solve, and then how to find the right solutions to solve them. Okay. Okay, another question here. Is the project done on an individual basis or in teams? It can be both. So for example, let's say in the scenario of a team project, right? If let's say ideally in a company, for example, your companies, you have people perhaps in different roles or in different departments, they are very much involved in your company transformation initiative, right? As you can see, the courses also range across different domain, right? Related to data, we have planning, we have system thinking, we have design thinking, service design. So if let's say, if you have a few colleagues or a few individuals from the same company are very much involved in your company transformation, I think this is a very, very good program for you and your colleagues to come on board, take the courses, and work on the same company projects together as a team. Yeah, I think that will be a very good options, right, for you to consider how to join this program as a team from your company. Right, if let's say if you are taking this program as an individuals, and if you can work on your own company project, of course, this project may also involve your other colleagues or other people in your companies that are involved in the project. So what we will do is we will see what's your role in the projects, what will you be contributing in the project, and how this align to the overall project goal or the project scope that we will define later. All right. Okay. Can you share the web link to the 5 suggested course? Yes, we will share the link to this professional diploma in digitalizations, which very much you will see a summary of what I have presented earlier. So look out for the chat box. I'm sure my colleagues are putting the link there very soon. All right, okay, there's one question perhaps I think it's good for me to clarify, yeah? Whether the class schedule are scheduled on weekdays, nighttime, or weekend to suit the participant who work full-time a day. Okay, so I think when I say taking part-time, meaning that because it's a short courses, if you can see the courses are ranging between 2 days to 3 days course. So, and the courses are scheduled on weekday during the daytime, right? So if you, meaning that as and when the course schedules are available, you probably just need to take 2 days off from work to attend the courses, and then maybe another 3 days weeks later, or depends on the schedules, right? So basically you can take the courses in a modular format, right? In order to complete the training. Okay, I hope that's clarified what I mean by not a full-time participation here. Okay, do we have to find an employer before we can apply for this program? Well, I would assume if you are currently do not have any employer, yes, then we need to find employers for you to participate in the program. However, you can always contact us first, tell us more about your situations, because at the end of the day, you can still take the training courses while we're still looking for the right projects or the right employers who can sponsor the projects for your practicum. So we can discuss this when you approach us later. Okay, let's see what other questions I have. Is it tied to any PCP? No, the answer is no. This program is not tied to PCP in this case. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, any other more questions? I think most of the questions are already answered so far. Okay, there's a questions on, can we elaborate more on the system thinking part? Right. What I would suggest is you can actually, because this system thinking course, system thinking and root analysis course is also available in our website. So you can actually approach our team where we can explain a lot more about the details, like the course agenda, what's the learning outcome, and probably what are the tools and the technique that we will learn during this course. So I would suggest for those of you who are interested to know more in depth about this course itself, you can actually contact us and we will address to your individual questions directly. Okay, I have a question from Derek that's asked, what are the best courses to understand the best transformation tools available to build the toolkit knowledge of digital transformation leadership role? Well, definitely there's a lot of things that we can use or rather to support. I mean, you talk about tools or techniques to support digital transformations, there are many. But what I would say is the 5 courses that we have put together, right, for this program, Professional Deployment Digital, it definitely will expose you to the most used tool today, right? Be it the RPA to re-engineer your business process, the design thinking, there's a lot of tools there, Tableau to look into the data insights. So the 5 courses that I shared earlier, definitely there's a lot of highly used tools currently in the market or in the organizations today to help in their transformations. All right. All right, will there be any certifications given to the participants after attending the program? Yes, of course, that will be subject to passing the program assessments that we will share more when you sign up on the program itself, yes. Okay, will there be any exemptions for courses taken before in ISS, such as data storytelling? Right, so if you have taken some of the 5 courses that we have put up just now, that will be considered, right? That means you already took those courses and you don't have to take again. So basically, you will just need to complete the remaining of the courses that you have not taken before to complete this program, and of course, working on the projects later on. Okay, since I don't have any more new questions coming in for our Q&A sections, I would like to thank you all for your attention. Thank you for sending us your questions to us. And do check out our websites on this program, Professional Diploma in Digitalization, and all the courses that we have actually shared earlier as well, right? So here I wish you have a good afternoon, good day for all of you, and do stay tuned for our upcoming webinar programs that we have lined up for this afternoon. All right, thank you. Goodbye.